Good morning from Wolf Creek Campground on Highway 89, somewhere between Alpine and Jackson, Wyoming. We pulled in here last night about 7:30-ish, settled in and made some dinner, made camp, had a bottle of wine, relaxed, enjoyed our view, and watched the sunset. And had a really nice evening here last night. When we pulled in, we were told by Laverne, the camp host, that she had 12 of 20 spots open. We could pick whichever one we wanted. We'd fit anywhere. Our 27-foot Class A, she said, as long as we could maneuver it, we could get into somewhere. And they have some really nice campsites here. All very far apart, all very level, all covered in gravel. Each one has a bear box and a fire pit and a concrete picnic table. Really nice. It's far off the highway. You can kind of hear it, but it sounds just like, the forest or the woods. Not too noisy, especially at night. Once the sun went down, it got pretty quiet. This morning when the sun came up, you could start hearing some of the traffic, but not from inside the RV. Very nice. Very cool. It got down to probably 52 last night. We closed up the motorhome and slept well, so had a very good night last night when we thought we weren't going to. So Wolf Creek Campground saved the day. So I think we're going to relax a little bit here. I've made a pot of coffee this morning. Everybody's sleeping in. We're going to make some breakfast and then pack up and head about 20 miles up the road to Jackson. And then tonight we're staying at Gros Ventre Campground in Grand Teton National Park. So that'll be a lot of fun. So we made our way up the road to Jackson, Wyoming. Home Ranch Welcome Center, Jackson, Wyo. Jacksoning. Jackson is a cute little town, very touristy, with a ton of shops and galleries, jewelry stores, restaurants, things like that. There is this famous antler sculpture in the town square here that we walked by. And there's a lot of famous restaurants. There's local street musicians and a horse-drawn carriage if you want to ride something like that. But we were headed to the bookstore because Kira wanted to get a book. After walking around town a little bit, we found this thrift store where Jody got a Moab t-shirt. That's an extra large?
Yeah, it doesn't look like it does.
Oh, turn around. Moab. That's funny. We then headed up the road to Grand Teton National Park to take in the Grand Tetons. We made our way to the Gros Ventre campground to get our spot. But after seeing the campground, we decided to head back to Wolf Creek Campground for the night. The next morning, we made our way over the Teton Pass on the way to West Yellowstone
and back into Idaho, where Jackson finally had a baked potato in Idaho.
Jack.
A potato in Idaho. I'm happy.
We continued up the road into Montana and got a spot at the West Yellowstone KOA.
So the last couple days has been pretty interesting. Yesterday we went up through Jackson, did a little tour, went to the downtown, checked it out, it was really nice. And then we headed on up the road to Gros Ventre Campground, where we were scheduled to stay the night, 2 nights. But when we got there, it felt like it was about 90 degrees. We were in a loop of the campground that doesn't allow generator use, and our campsite had absolutely no trees. So there was no way we were staying there for 2 days. We contemplated staying the night and then moving on. There was no service, so we couldn't figure out what to do. So we went over to the visitor center. The visitor center was closed at Grand Teton. So we sat in the parking lot running the generator with the air conditioner on, and we had a little bit of service, and so we decided what to do was book the next night, which is today, here at the Westgate KOA just outside of West Yellowstone. And then last night we decided we'd go on back down through Jackson, backtrack and check out a couple of campgrounds that we'd seen on the way, see if there was any spots there. And if not, then we'd go ahead and go on down to the place that we stayed the night before, which was really nice, with our host Laverne, and stay the night at Wolf Creek Campground, which is what we ended up doing. So we got down to Wolf Creek Campground last night about 7:30 at night, again, almost 8, and set up camp. We actually had a campfire, roasted some s'mores, relaxed, and then got a good night's sleep. Got up this morning and headed out about 10:30 and drove back up through almost to Jackson and then cut up back into Idaho. Jack ended up having his baked potato in Idaho, and then we made our way on up here to West Yellowstone, and we're here. It's about 2:30, 2:45, 3, almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon here just outside of West Yellowstone, and we've set up camp at this KOA, and we're going to do some laundry, have a nice dinner, maybe go for a swim, take some showers, clean up, and then tomorrow we'll pick up the rental car and head into Yellowstone National Park.
We unpacked our campsite at the KOA, did a little bit of laundry, and then made dinner. For dinner, we made rice, green beans, and we grilled the flank steak we got back in Idaho at Itty Bitty Farms.
I think it'll probably cook relatively quickly.
Yeah, it said 7 minutes of sight.
Yeah, it's thin. Don't drop it. Put it up.
Yeah.
Let it rest. We're gonna have an RV cooking show.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, it was that whole Grand Teton part that went all weird.
I was here yesterday. You're on Grand Teton. I know where Pennsylvania is. I know Florida. I know Texas. I know Kansas. I know Nebraska, South North Dakota,
Delicious.
Wyoming, Montana, Idaho, Washington, New Mexico,
You do
Arizona,
dishes?
Colorado,
Yep.
Texas, Idaho, Wyoming, Montana,
Do they need washed?
North and South Dakota, Nebraska.
We ended the night with a moonlit game of mini golf. Please subscribe, give us a like, and thanks for watching.